Welcome everybody, and I'll go ahead and start since Beth has given this option to us. We are going to be doing a bending and stretching class tonight. We're going to be lengthening our sides in various ways, our back and the hamstrings. So I don't know how relaxing it's going to be, but I hope you enjoy it. So we're going to start on our backs and in constructive rest pose. And so what you do is you come onto your back and you have your feet a little bit wider than your hips. And then you let your knees come together. You can rest your hands down beside you with your palms up, or you can rest them on your tummy. And just go ahead and close your eyes and begin to focus on your breath. Feel the earth supporting you. And with each exhale, feel your body release more into the earth. Breathe into your belly to fill it up, and then exhale completely to let it go. Inhale to bring in energy and vitality and good health. Exhale to completely release any tension or stress. Inhaling to fill the belly and exhaling completely. The next time you exhale, gently draw back a little bit at the low back. So it's like pressing your low back into the floor, but not a huge press. You just, a gentle press into the floor. And then when you inhale, you release that. So it's a gentle pelvic rock that you're doing. You start to engage the deep core doing this. So when you inhale to release and soften, and then you exhale and draw the low belly down again, the back towards the floor. You're starting to provide a little bit more strength and support for the low back, and it helps you build a little more strength in your midsection, in your core. And it also helps to improve the posture when you're seated or standing. So just do this for the next few breaths, inhaling and releasing, exhaling and gently pressing the low back into the floor. A very gentle pelvic rock here. The breath moves in and the breath moves out. The belly rises and then you exhale with that subtle contraction. Try to keep a soft sense of your body, your jaw soft and your shoulders soft, your hands and your feet also. And as always, I want to remind you that if something doesn't feel good to you, then don't do it. And then join us again when we come to something that you know will be okay for your body. Go ahead and release that now so that you're breathing naturally. And bring your feet in closer towards each other so they're about hip widths apart now. Oh, I do have a head here. Okay. Okay, that's better. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start by bringing our left knee into Abanasana. You can hold around your shin or you can hold around your thigh. Whatever is comfortable for you. And notice again, we're getting this little bitty stretch on the lower back on the left side. And as you inhale, you're going to be, the, the thigh raises just a little bit on the inhale. And then as you exhale, you bring it back down. So you're getting a little gentle massage for the internal organs on the left side here. And now everyone bring your hands to around the thigh and lift up your leg so the foot is going towards the ceiling. Now, if this is too much for your hamstring, lower your leg a little bit, and maybe you won't be able to keep your hands around your thigh then, but that's okay. Whatever is right for you. And then let's go ahead and point and flex the foot. So point and maybe lift the left leg and have it be bent. And then we're going to open out our legs. And if you like this intense stretch on the inner thighs, that's fine. If you want to support your legs with your hands, that would be fine as well. I don't know if you can see what's happening here. Okay. And then bring your legs back together and bring your right foot down to the floor and your left ankle to your right thigh. Okay. And now we're going to, the option here is to stay just like this, or if that's enough of a stretch for your left hip, or you can lift your right leg, bring your hands around your thigh or around your shin, or your right shin, or you could even hold on to your left shin if you like. This is thread the needle. You want to keep the back of your neck long. If you need more of a stretch in your left hip, gently press your left elbow into your left thigh. And then let's release that. Okay, and now we'll do the other side. So we'll bring in the right knee, hands around the shin or the thigh, shoulders relaxed on the floor. Getting a little stretch on the lower back on the right side, and also a gentle massage of the internal organs on the right side. And then we lift up our foot towards the ceiling and begin to point and flex. And again, if that's not comfortable for you, holding around your thigh, your hands can be down. Okay, so point and flex, and point and flex. Boy. And now go ahead and circle your foot. This is not my night. And then circle the other way. All right, your right leg is straight and up in the air. You lift up your left leg and it's still bent, and you open your legs out. And again, you can hold your legs if you like, or not. It's up to you. And now bring your knees back together, left leg to the floor, and right ankle to your left thigh. And then again, if this is enough of a stretch for your right hip, stay right here. Otherwise, lift your left foot and bring your hands between your legs here and around your left thigh if you like, or around your left shin, or even holding on to your right shin. And you relax your shoulders down and make sure the back of your neck is long so that your chin Your chin needs to not be up in the air. It needs to be towards your chest. And then we'll release that. All right, we're going to do a twist now. And this is where you might want your block if you know you need it. So your feet are on the floor. We're going to lift the hips and shift them over to the left just a little. Bring your knees in towards your chest and lower it down to the right. So here, what we're getting is a good stretch on the left side of our body, as well as the twist. On your next inhale, let's lift up the knees, bring the feet to the floor, and align the spine one more time. We'll give our spine a chance to settle where it belongs, and then we'll get ready to do the other side. So press into your feet and shift your hips to the right. Bring your knees to your chest and drop them over to the left, so that this time we're getting this nice stretch along the right side of the body. Sometimes I feel this all the way from the hip through my side and up into my armpit. What we're going to do next is bring our right arm over to the left side and press ourselves up to a seated position. Okay. And we're going to come into Janusorasana. This is where we take, let's do the left leg up first. You bring your left foot onto your right thigh or shin or knee area. It's okay for the knee area this time. And you notice that I kind of have my legs at an angle here coming out. The right foot is flexed. And we're going to take our right hand on our right leg, the left arm up by the ear, and then slide down so that we're getting this really nice side stretch here. So we're lengthening the left side of our body. And again, it's not how far down you can go in this, it's that you're getting this good stretch from your hip up to your armpit. And yes, there are people who can bring their hand all the way to the toe. I'm glad I can't see those of you who can do that. It would make me feel, well, happy for you. And then inhale, come up and bring your hand down. And now we're going to take our hands on either side of our bent knee and kind of turn our body towards it and do a forward fold. So we're keeping the spine in alignment. We're trying to keep this right hip down. And what we're getting is a stretch along the back of our body here, lengthening our back. Try to keep your right foot flexed. And then come up. And let's reverse legs. So the left leg is out to the side and the right leg is in on the inside of the left leg. We take the left hand on the left leg, the right arm up by the ear, inhale and lengthen, and then exhale over to the side. You may find one side is a little more flexible than the other, and that's fine. Keep your chest open, because if you fold forward like this, then you're not getting the stretch along the whole side there. So you keep your chest open so you get that lengthening of the side. Inhale, come up. And then let's take our hands around our knee, our bent knee, our right knee. And then we lengthen up and fold forward, coming into a forward fold. And again, it may not be very deep, and that's okay. We want to make sure that our back is aligned, and that's what we're going for. Your left foot is still flexed. And then let's come up. All right, we're going to move to table pose, cat and cow. And if you want to have a blanket here for your knees, go right ahead and get it. All right. I'm going to be at an angle a little bit, so maybe even more. Okay, so knees under your hips and wrist under your shoulders, fingers spread wide. And let's come into cat and cow. So exhale, round the back towards the ceiling. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the head. Still lifting up out of the shoulders. Exhaling into cat. Inhaling into cow. And continue this with your own breath. Letting the breath lead the motion. So what we're doing on this one today, since we're lengthening the back and the different parts of our body, this definitely helps to get space between the vertebrae, especially when we're in cat. All right, let's come to stillness after this one. All right. And let's go ahead and we're going to look around one shoulder towards our back foot. And it doesn't matter which one you do first. We're just going to look around, and you can move your hips and you can move your shoulders. We're getting, again, side stretches here. Just whatever feels good. You may want to bend your arms as you're doing this. And then let's come to stillness. What we're doing next is we're taking the right knee out to the side, bent like that. And then we're going to lengthen it back, cross the left leg, and press back through that heel. And then inhale, come back here. I guess it should be an exhale coming here. Inhale, lengthen back and cross. Inhale, exhale, come up with your leg to the side. Lengthen back. Let's do it one more time. Out to the side, and then lengthen back. And come now, bring your knee underneath you, but we're going to take the leg out to the side, directly out, and come up into and move into bridge pose. I guess I'm going to have to change the camera right now. So sorry, everybody. Do that. Okay. Okay. So here we are, leg directly out to the side. Your hip is not out or in. You're straight above your hip. Take your right hand to your right leg, left arm up, and fold on over to the side. Again, keeping your chest open here. This is gate pose. And you can look down at your foot or up at your hand or straight ahead, whatever you like, whatever feels good to your own neck. On your next inhale, come up, release your hand down, and bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Okay, we take the left hand and make sure it's right under the left shoulder, and then we're going to do a twist. We're going to take our right hand to the hip, turn to the right, and you can stay right like this if you like, or you can also lift your arm up towards the ceiling. And then let's release that down and bring the knee back underneath. All right, so let's do the other side now. We'll come back into table. And we're going to take the left leg out to the side and then extend back and across the right leg. Bringing the left leg back to the side, bent, and cross the right leg. 2 more times, out to the side, lengthen back, and out to the side, lengthen back. And then we'll bring that out to the side again, but this time we're going to put the foot down, the leg long. And that's not a very good angle. There we go. Okay. And so the left leg is directly out from the side of the body, foot facing forward. Left hand on your left leg, up here with your right arm, and then exhale over to the side, coming into the gate pose. Inhale up, bring your hands back down to the floor, keeping your left leg out, and then we're going to make sure our right wrist is right under our right shoulder, left hand to the hip, turn towards the left, and if you like, you can lift your arm up towards the ceiling. Coming into this nice twist. And let's release out of that. And let's move into child's pose. So you can spread your knees apart if you like, big toes together, and then lower down so your head is on the floor or on your hands or on a block. Take some breaths there. Okay. And then when you're ready, come back up to table pose. And if you're going to use your blocks on low lunge, now's the time to get them. Okay. So I'm going to bring my left leg forward. So like that. And I need to fix my blanket a little bit. Okay. Now, the key here, you have your hands on either side of your foot, either on the blocks or on the floor. And you want to make sure that your heel is right under your knee or your knee is behind your heel. Either one's fine. And the other thing is you want to have some kind of angle here so that you're getting a bit of a stretch in your hip flexor. I know that some of you will be up like this and maybe even further up. So whatever is right for your body. Okay. So this is low lunge. And then we're going to move back, coming into half monkey pose. So walk your hands back and begin to straighten your left leg. And to whatever place you can, whatever feels good to you. So maybe you can straighten it all the way, or maybe some of the way. It's whatever's right for your body. And then we have a long back, a long spine. And if you like, you can bend over just a little bit. And this again is really lengthening the hamstring and the back also. Let's come back up to low lunge. Now, this is an option. You can move into low lunge on the other side by going into table and then coming into low lunge, or you can do it like I'm going to show. You tuck your right toes under, lift the right knee, and then begin to walk your hands to the right, bringing your toes with you, so you're in a wide angle here, wide angle, forward fold, and then you keep walking your hands around to the right, and bring your right toes to face the short end of the mat, and your left knee comes down onto the mat. And here we are in low lunge again. So I'll take a breath or two here, letting you all get into low lunge with your right knee forward and your left leg back. And now let's go ahead and walk the hands back, coming into half monkey pose. Again, noticing what feels good to your leg. Long spine, bending over if you feel like you can. The minute you start to bend over more, you get more of a stretch in your hamstring. Make sure it feels good. And then come back up to low lunge. And let's take that right knee back underneath us. And now, I think we're still good. Let's go ahead and come to table. We're getting ready to do downward facing dog. We'll take our hands a little bit in front of our shoulders, tuck the toes, and then we're going to lift the knees and bring our head between our arms, pressing back through our hands. Okay, so inhale and exhale. Up go the hips, head goes between your arms, and then begin to lengthen your legs as much as you can. And let's go ahead and walk out the dog. So press back with one heel and then the other one. The opposite leg will be bending. Anytime you want to come out of this, just go ahead and come out. You can rest in child's pose or table, whatever you like. And those of you who are still up, let's come to stillness. Be sure to press out through your hands, lift out through your shoulders. Take some breaths here. And let's all release now into table pose and then into child. So widen your knees and sit yourself back. On your next inhale or exhale, go ahead and press yourself up to table. And then let's come up to standing. Whoops. All right. We're going to come into Tadasana, mountain pose. Oh boy, okay. Doesn't matter too much. Okay. All right, so your heels are underneath your hips. Roll your shoulders up and back. Hands by your side or hands open out, whatever you like. Your chin is parallel to the floor. And let's go ahead and close our eyes and take a few breaths here. Go ahead and open your eyes. We're going to do a forward fold. We're going to start by keeping our back aligned. And if you have issues like osteoporosis or osteopenia or any other issues in your spine, keep your back aligned the whole time. Those of you who don't have any issues can go ahead and release down towards the floor. So slide your hands down your thighs, keeping your back aligned as long as you can. And then if you're okay, go ahead and drop your head and round your back. And the hands come down to the floor. Now, this is another place you might want your blocks. If your hands don't reach the floor, you might want to have your blocks there. Let's take a little walk with our hands. We're going to take our hands over to the right. So we're getting a side stretch here on the left side. And then we'll walk our hands back through the center and keep on walking around to the left, to whatever you can. And then let's do it one more time, walking, 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 around to the right. And then back to center and around to the left. We'll come back to center. And let's grab our elbows here and just hang here. And feel how you can almost feel the vertebrae get a little extra space between them. Release your hands. Bring your hands to your hips. Elbows towards the ceiling and shoulder blades together. What that does is it puts your spine in alignment. Bend your knees a little, press into your feet, and come on up. Okay. So we've just lengthened the spine. Let's do another lengthening the side of the body. So we'll take our arms up overhead and maybe grab your wrist. So right hand grabs the left wrist and begin to lift up on the inhale and exhale over to the right. Getting a nice stretch again on the left side of the body. We're all going to be so tall after we finish this class. Long spine, long sides of body. Inhale, come up. Switch the hands, so left hand holds the right. Inhale, lengthen up, and exhale over to the left. And then inhale up and release your hands down. Maybe roll out your shoulders a little bit if that feels good to you. All right. Let's take a wide stance. We're going to do a Warrior 2 series. So we're going to start by turning the right toe out towards the short end of the mat and dropping the left heel back a little bit. And you're going to try to keep your pelvis towards, and the front of your body towards the long side of your mat. Okay. Bend your right knee. Check that it's over your ankle or behind your ankle. And then lift your arms out to the side. Now, and then look over your right fingers. Something that helps with holding your arms out like this is to turn your hands over. Your whole arm turns over. And then you pull your shoulder blades towards each other. So it's kind of like pulling the arm bone into the shoulder socket. And then you turn your hands back over. And it really helps to support the arms. All right, we're going to take our left hand to the left thigh, turn the right hand over, and lift it up overhead. And we're coming into Peaceful Warrior. And so again, we're getting this nice stretch across the right side here. Come back through Warrior 2. And then we're moving into side angle pose. Bring your right forearm to your right thigh, and your left arm comes up by your ear. And now we have this nice long line along the left side of the body. Inhale, reach up, straighten the leg, bring your hand down, bring your feet to parallel, and then we're going to go the other direction. So left toes out towards the short end of the mat. Okay, well, and then drop the right heel back, bend the left knee, try to have your body facing the long side of the mat. It may not be completely possible, but aim for it. Arms out to your side. Try to get your shoulders helping to hold your arms out. So you might want to roll your arms over and then shoulder blades towards each other, and then turn your hands back over. Let's move to Peaceful Warrior. So the right hand comes to the right thigh, left hand turns over, and bring it overhead. We still are keeping the chest open and having this good stretch on the left side of the body again. You may be feeling that these stretches along the sides are becoming a little easier as we go through the class. Let's go through Warrior 2 and then move into side angle pose. Left forearm to left thigh, right arm up by the ear. Nice long line. And again, you may feel the stretch along the right side of your body. Inhale up and arm down. Okay, bring your feet together. Maybe shake out your legs if you need to. Okay. We're going to do the beginning of Sun Salutation. We'll go through it 3 times, and on the third one, we'll step back into downward facing dog and then lower ourselves onto the front of our body. So inhale out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward, flat back, release down. Inhale, half up. Exhale, release down. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, arms to your side. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward, flat back, release on down. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, release down. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, arms to your side. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward, flat back, release down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, release down. Bend your knees, hands to the floor. Step back into downward facing dog. Let's take a few breaths here. Press through your hands, lift out of your shoulders. Long line from your hands to your hip and from your hips to your heels. And now it's your option how you come down. You might want to do a plank, or you might want to come into table, but the whole idea is we end up down on the floor. Okay. Let me turn a little bit. Oh, I guess not. Okay, let's go ahead and do it. I should turn the other direction, I guess. All right. All right. We're going to do baby cobra. So what we do is we bring our hands underneath our shoulders. Our head is with the forehead on the floor. We're going to lengthen our legs back one at a time. So lift one leg and stretch it back. Lift the other leg and stretch it back. And then on an inhale, you're going to lift up using only your muscles of your back. Press down on your toes, on your pelvis, and then release down. Let's do it again. Inhale and lift. And this time, if you want to go a little deeper, you can press into your hands some to whatever level is right for you. You keep your pelvis on the floor, shoulders down from your ears, and let's release down. Bring your head onto your arms and bend your knees. And we're going to do windshield wiper to release the low back. Back and forth with your feet. Release that out, and let's turn over onto our backs. So we need to get our backs feeling a little better maybe. So bring your hands to your knees. Bring your knees towards your chest as much as you can. And let's go ahead and rock back and forth, side to side, helping to release the low back, the whole back actually. And then begin to circle your knees. And then reverse the circles. And then bring your feet to the floor. And go ahead and come into Shavasana. You may want to lengthen your legs down. You might want something under your knees, or you might like to do constructive rest pose like we did at the beginning of the class. Or if the back is just bad for you, you can roll to one side if that's better for you. Make yourself comfortable, and it is true that you might want a blanket to cover with because you'll be here for a few minutes, relaxing down. So I'll give you a moment to get settled. So lie down on your back in a comfortable position. Close your eyes and relax. Soften your belly and take a slow breath in and a long breath out. Notice the gentle rise and fall of your belly as you breathe. Do that a few more times. A slow inhale and a long exhale. And again, slow inhale and long exhale. And now go back to your normal breath pattern. Bring your attention to your nostrils and notice the breath going in and out of your nostrils. With your imagination, follow your breath as it travels in and out of your body. Visualize your breath finding its way to your heart. Follow the path of your breath to the center of your heart and find a small, warm light glowing at its core. As each inhale reaches the center of your heart, watch that light glow brightly, grow warmer, as if you were blowing on an ember. As you breathe out, watch the light spread from the center of your heart in all directions. Allow the light to glow brighter and grow warmer each time you breathe in. With each breath out, send the light beyond your heart in all directions so it spreads across your body, soothing and relaxing each part of your body as it spreads. Feel the warm light move across your chest and to your arms, up your neck and into your head. Feel your whole face relax with the warmth of that light. Follow the glow down your back and arms. Follow the light all the way to your fingertips. As the light spreads, notice the warmth bathing those areas like a soothing balm. Each part of you feeling soft and relaxed. With your next few exhales, watch the light pour from your heart to warm your belly, your hips, your legs, and all the way down to your feet and toes. Your whole body is relaxed, warm, and glowing from within. Take the next few minutes to enjoy this warmth and relaxation. Begin to deepen your breath and begin to move parts of your body. Maybe starting with the small muscles like fingers and toes and wrists and ankles. Maybe you'd like to rock your head gently back and forth. And then when you're ready, begin to move the larger muscles of your body in things like full body stretch, or maybe a twist, whatever feels good to you. And whenever you're ready, roll to one side and take a breath or two there. And then using your hands to press yourself up, come to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands together in Anjali Mudra. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all the love surround you, and the pure light within you guide you along. Thank you for joining me this evening. Namaste. See you in 2 weeks.